machine? The time machine. What's up, guys? Bitcoin's back! Bitcoin's back! Back at 70K! It was only a day. It's only been a day. How the hell are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. I am Crypto Otaku, the Crypto Otaku Show. This is a show where we focus on the dystopian future and the dark aspects of crypto, as well as decrypting the technology that is among us, the future of decentralized finance, and of course yours truly, the savior, Bitcoin, and her proof of financial freedom. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's dive into it, as there's been a lot of news to cover today. A lot of FUD, and you know what? It's not holding back Bitcoin, baby. It's not holding back Bitcoin. Let's dive into it. So, Bitcoin, look at this swift recovery. As we pretty much fell off the wagon here after Monday, expecting the CPI to come in horrible, which it did anyway, right? It did anyway. And you know what? Bitcoin did not give no Fs. None whatsoever. Did not care that we were down. That the inflation is up higher and higher, and food prices, oh god, as the government blames grocery stores and big companies for taking their profits. Yeah, that's the world we live in, huh? You can't make this stuff up. But yeah, Bitcoin is consolidating, and yeah, we had the CPI reading in this morning, and we've just been climbing up steadily as the day continues on. It's great. It's wonderful. It's grand. Yeah, and yeah, we're gonna be breaking out here soon. It looks like we've already pretty much climbed. What was it from the dip? Like 5%? Yeah, about 5-6% from the low of today, 6 hours ago in the morning. Awesome. As CPI comes in hot, guess what? Also fell today. Boom. Oh, this is not the one I wanted. God. UNISWAP fell today. That's the big news of the day. It actually came out a few hours ago, pretty much breaking as of 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Yeah, it not good. We got another SEC debacle. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. And we'll dive into that here in a bit as we go through a bunch of our, daily TA. All right, there's a whole bunch of stuff to cover, as well as that cow's rear end. So fear and greed for the stock market. S&P 500 is down, as they just came back up yesterday. Yeah, falling right back down into their 50 slump, as we probably won't get at least three percentage, interest rate drops this year, cuts, if you will. It's probably more looking like 2, if not 1. Hell, I mean, they may even choose to raise it, right? At this rate. No pun intended. As crypto basically fell a measly 2 points in the fear and greed index. We're still bullish, right? Yeah, we're still freaking bullish, man. We're still freaking bullish. As Bitcoin climbs to test 71K. All right, DXY is coming in hot. The dollar is at 105 right now. People are running to Treasury bonds. I don't know why, man. That's not a place to be safe. We printed so much freaking money. We're gonna print more money. We're on borderline $35 trillion in this freaking country, and it's not gonna stop either. We know that the U.S. government is going to print $1 trillion, guaranteed, every 100 days. So, and that's not including all the other spending with the elections ahead. So yeah, this is not stopping. You can see here, as we just had this huge bump today, as rallying into the dollar for some kind of safety. I can't get around the U.S. blanket, right? This is not safe, not warm. Not warm and fuzzy. You know what is warm and fuzzy, huh? Bitcoin, look at this. We had completely decoupled. I remember the days where we would see a significant height like this in the dollar, and we would be afraid. We'd be screaming because Bitcoin would fall. And now, what are we doing? We're climbing with the dollar. We don't give no F's. Bitcoin does not care. We're taking names. We're kicking ass. That is what we're doing in the crypto space. Speaking of taking names and kicking ass, yeah. Man, we got a lot to cover today. If I could segue this properly into, of course, the SEC. The SEC is probably in another another day. Not today, but today they may seem like they're all high and mighty, right? Oh, we're making progress. We're gonna take action on Uniswap. Yeah, they're gonna lose this. They're gonna lose this. You're gonna kiss the ring just like they did on Coinbase again and again with Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson and Ripple. You know Ripple. So let's dive into this real quick, and then we'll get back into our TA. This is, of course, the breaking news as of today. About 5 hours ago, this was published. According to the information published by Fortune, the SEC has taken action to file a lawsuit against Uniswap, Uni, in order to hinder the rapidly growing DeFi sector. They're afraid, man. They are afraid because this growing asset class is not stopping. It's continuing to grow, continuing to flourish. This is the number one disruptive asset or technology on the planet. I mean, yeah, you could argue AI is going to be up there too, but I mean, we're talking about money. All right? We're talking about the number one thing that the Fed used to have control of, right? Used to be able to hang this over our head and say, you know what, you can't mess with us, man. You can't mess with us. We've got the control over the money in the world. No, not anymore. That's not the case anymore. So, yeah, this is happening. It's happening. All right, let's dive in. Uniswap has been investigated by the SEC, the institution allegations against the Uniswap Labs, the company that developed the Uniswap protocol but does not control it. And there are not yet clear. However, based on the recent lawsuits filed against the other crypto firms like Coinbase, the SEC may allege that the Uniswap Labs is offering unregistered securities to the public and is not registered as a broker or exchange. Again, they do not control these coins, right? They are a decentralized, swap. I mean, exchange. I mean, I don't know how. I guess maybe the thing that there might be after is, I know Uniswap offers a form of a kind of like a token reward for holding. Like there's been a whole bunch of those, right? And that might be what the SEC's after. I don't hold any of these exchange tokens. I do not believe in holding any exchange tokens, because at that point you're supporting the exchanges and not your own, of course, banking. Being yourself, be your own bank, right? With Bitcoin and other assets, hold your own currencies. Yeah, so I don't. Anywho, I'm not gonna dive into that. Uniswap recently announced that its protocol has processed of $2 trillion in transactions. Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot for a decentralized exchange, indicating the growing interest of mainstream finance in this technology. Sources close to the Uniswap Labs told Fortune that the company is preparing for a worthy fight in court. They argue that the company's decision to operate openly in New York rather than offshore proves its legitimacy. Uniswap founder Hayden Adams made the following statement in response to the SEC's threat of litigation. Today, Uniswap Labs received a Wells notice from the SEC. Fuck the SEC, man. We are sick and tired of Gary Gensler. I can't stop talking enough about the damn man. He gets too much freaking. Come on, Gary.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah, what the hell, man? I gotta fight with you every freaking tooth and nail every goddamn month. Oh, I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. So I'm not surprised. I'm just angry, frustrated, and ready to fight, says the CEO of UNISWAP. Confident the products that we offer are legal and that our work is on the right side of history. But it has been clear for some time that the SEC has decided to focus on attacking long-time, well-intentioned organizations like Uniswap, Coinbase, Ripple Labs, as many other, companies in the space, rather than working to create clear and informed rules. All the while, bad actors like FTX were turned a blind eye. That's right. They met with multiple times with the SEC. Multiple times FTX met with Gary. And they did nothing. They did nothing. And yet they just keep going after, everyone that's trying to do right in the space and not giving clear guidance. No regulation. No regulation. We're still in. The wild west. And of course, the dystopian future that is crypto assets. So, that's what's going on. All the bad actors like the FTX will turn a blind eye. This fight will take years through the Supreme Court, says to the Uniswap CEO. And the future of financial technology and our industry hangs in the balance. If we are together, we can win. I think financial freedom is worth fighting for, in my opinion. As well as he also believes the freedom is worth fighting for, and DeFi is worth fighting for. Decentralized finance. So that is the big breaking news for the day. Again, a few hours ago, and then we had kind of a follow up of this about McHenry. If I can find that real quick, there's a lot of stuff to cover. Like every single freaking day, there's not enough time to cover all the news. And I kind of put out the highlights as much as I can, especially when I have some clear time to research. Today I had a little bit. So I thought this is kind of a good segue, because if McHenry gets his way in this digital asset bill, there may be some clear signs that we could see some actual work being done. And the SEC head Gary Gensler he's not guaranteed this seat in the next election, right? So odds are 75% chance he is going to be voted out, right? He's going to be replaced, and we'll hopefully get someone that's got more of a clear path forward, and not just, well, I'd have to know more, right, Gary? You have to know more. Why? Because you can't even answer in court if Ethereum's a security or not, and Bitcoin, we have clear regulation, we have ETFs and everything else, right? Still can't say it. I can't say it. It hurts. It hurts his soul. Hurts Gary's poor little soul. He can't say it. So I thought I'd play this back. This is one oldie but a goodie. I love this one from last year, when Gary Gensler was brought on stand and asked about. Suppose I would ask if a Pokemon card was a security. Would a Pokemon card, a tokenized Pokemon card? Anyway, let's just play this. It's fun.
Suppose I were to purchase a Pokemon card. Would doing so constitute a security transaction?
Could purchase a Pokemon card. I don't know what the context is, but
If I purchase a Pokemon card, is that a security
retail
transaction?
store, that's not a security.
Okay. If I were to purchase a tokenized Pokemon card on a digital exchange via a blockchain, is that a security transaction?
I'd have to know more.
I have to know more.
Okay. So for you, the process of tokenization transforms a non-security
just said
transaction into a security transaction?
Look, if the investing
I thought you were
public-
technology neutral.
If the investing public is anticipating profits based upon the efforts of others and they're exchanging funds, that's the core.
I see
of
my
that
time has
investment.
expired, so. Can I ask, suppose I were to purchase a Pokemon...
Yeah. I don't think a Pokemon card is giving out dividends or NFT. Most NFTs aren't giving out. Oh, that's so silly. So silly. Come on, Gary. Come on. Anywho, so in hopes that Republican McHenry, he hopes that digital asset bill passage will be his biggest win. And the retiring chair of the U.S. House Financial Services Committee is optimistic about digital asset legislation is now before Congress. Representative Patrick McHenry, the chair of the United States House Financial Services Committee, who was announced that he will not seek re-election in 2025, and said that he saw hope for the passage of legislation on digital assets before the end of his career in politics. Speaking at the Bitcoin Policy Summit in Washington, we covered that yesterday. They had a big summit, and we skimmed through it, and everyone was still worried about energy. We skimmed through. I swear to God, we skimmed through it like 4 times in random spots. Energy. Yeah. So everyone's still like, what about Fortnite? What about fucking Fortnite? How much energy is being used by these kids playing Fortnite every damn day? Yet alone what's being used on to operate the most secure network on the fucking planet, which is Bitcoin, of course. Bitcoin. Bit-frickin-coin. So, forget the most secure asset network. Peer-to-peer, financial network in the entire planet. We're more worried about, energy consumption, not these kids playing Fortnite. We don't have a federal law, a definition of a definition of a digital accent. You mean asset? We don't have in federal law a means of exchange for a digital asset. We have to provide that clarity, McHenry said. The key thing to remind members of Congress, though, is that we now have this thing, and that is not defined in federal law. McHenry expressed his hopes for the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act and the Clarity for Payments Stablecoins Act, both of which were approved by the House Financial Services Committee in 2023. The former bill would state clearly that it is a commodity, what is a security, and for digital assets, and it would create a means of an exchange. McHenry was optimistic about the stablecoin bill he has been working on for 2 years with his counterpart on the House Financial Services Committee, apparently ranking member Maxine Waters. And they have achieved an understanding its passage into law would be the first sign that there is hope and there is bipartisanship when it comes to the digital asset world. That's what we need, man. We just need some freaking clarity, man. These people getting destroyed out there with freaking meme coins and shit coins and dog coins and whatever. Like these rug pulls, man. It's bad out there, man. It's like I said, it's the wild, wild freaking west. People are getting cut out there. People are getting stabbed and shanked. People are losing their entire homes. Dumping, refinancing their houses and just throwing all the equity into some shit coin. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. And so if they have to take the time to read the Satoshi white paper, it is a much easier conversation that willfulness is to not educate themselves, leads them down rabbit holes of misinformation. Yeah. This lack of knowledge is so rampant in this space. It is insane. I still have a lot of friends that are holding dog coins, man, and a lot of assets that don't really have any utility, right? And what is utility, you may ask? Well, what is utility? Let me look around my desk real quick for some things that have utility and what don't. Here's a silly example. This is kind of obsolete. I'm not going to bring that up. Okay, so I have a Pez dispenser, right? I like to use this kind of stuff a lot. I have a Pez dispenser. This is a golden one, and it has a quick little quirky dispenser. It gives me candy, which is nice. I like candy. And then I have all these whoa, oh no, just crashed. I was reading that, damn it. And I have a bunch of little stable oh wow, her head actually moves. I did not know that. Oh my god. But yeah, she's just kind of a stable. This is Sailor Mercury, by the way, if you're not a fan of Sailor Moon. Yeah, she doesn't even have any posability. I mean, she's pretty much just a little trinket. Yeah, no utility. Except she's pretty to look at. I'm not gonna lie. She's my favorite Sailor Scout. Yeah, so clear signs of what really has utility and what doesn't. And dog coins typically have zero utility, right? Zilch, nada, nothing, goose egg. Whereas I don't know, a random shitcoin like I just kind of think of one off the top of my head. I'm not even investing into right now. Polymath. Polymath is actually I think it's got a bowl for on its coin or something. It just popped in my head. I don't know why. But I think that's a governance token. No, it's a security token, right? It has some sort of utility. What does Dogecoin have? What does Dogecoin have? It has a belief system behind it, I guess. It's still a pump and dump time and time again. We can kind of see what happens with that. But it has some more user adoption. You could say user adoption is by itself. Utility is proven worth. People are trading it back and forth, which gives it worth. I'm not like Dave Ramsey. I don't think people just make this stuff up. If it has value, clear value to someone in a large mass, then it will hold value. So Dogecoin will stand the test of time. I can't tell you. I know that it's not as finite as every other asset on the planet. You know, it's not as finite as Bitcoin. Obviously, it's not as proven in culture as Bitcoin is. But you know, who's to say? So maybe Doge is not the best example because it has been been on the proving ground lately. But say something like I don't know, with you know, dog with hat. That's definitely going to be probably the largest, or bonk, some of the biggest rug pulls at the end of the cycle. We'll see. But that's the difference to true utility. Please do your research because McHenry, like everyone else in the space is saying, there are too many people that have a lack of knowledge in the space. Do your research, invest wisely, and you will be rewarded. Nonetheless, McHenry says he hopes to see the stablecoin bill passed, right? So he can get clarity around the digital assets, going to the biggest win of his 20-year career in Congress. That would be fantastic. Other aspects of the cryptocurrency regulations were in better shape, though I believe the Biden administration is good enough to go on energy question. Oh, God. Go on the energy question. I'm so sick of the energy question. We've already had so many repurposes of energy into the crypto space. It's ridiculous. I'm not sure. Is this still relevant to this topic? I don't think so. I think this is just piling through other topics. All right. So, let's just kind of finish up on TA and kind of check on Bitcoin for a minute. I think I see it making some kind of move. All righty. Whoa. Got some of my music up there. Oh, my God. All right. So, let's get back into TA. We've already covered the fear and greed. The Bitcoin halving. How can we skip over the most important indicator, right? The Bitcoin halving. 9 days, 4 hours, 34 minutes, and 22 freaking seconds until 420 plays it. The Bitcoin halving. And you know, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait for that giant, massive sale and then boom to the moon as everyone freaks out. You know, I'm wondering if the government has something to plan around this to kind of like seal the deal on the FUD, right? To scare everyone out. Because we have experts. We have experts talking about a giant sell-off. Giant sell-off coming. A huge fear in the market that is lingering over our heads. And we've got some things to kind of dive into. Here it is. Arthur Hayes in particular says Bitcoin price action before and after halving could be negative. He's predicting a massive sell-off, as well as a few other economists in the space. So we've got a billionaire Arthur Hayes has expressed a cautious view regarding the upcoming Bitcoin halving and the effects it will have in the price of the asset. While many experts anticipate a significant rally for the Bitcoin halving, Hayes believes that the price action before and after the event could actually be negative. In a blog post published on April 8th, Hayes pointed out that the prevailing narrative surrounding the halving is that it will be mostly positive on crypto prices. However, it is cautioned that the market consensus leans heavily towards a particular outcome, and opposite then occurs. That's true. That's very true. We were all expecting 100K last bull run, but that could have been manipulation. Okay, what was the last big one? I mean, no one was expecting 70K for pre-halving, right? Everyone was expecting, I mean, I was expecting about 45, 50. 55, I think it was my base case, or my bullish case, really. I was not expecting 70K. No one was. So, yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. It could swing the other way. And what if China gets their ETFs approved the same freaking week, next week or something crazy? That would be insane. I doubt they're going to move that fast. But, anything's possible. So based on this operation, Hayes believes that the Bitcoin prices in general may experience a slump around the halving. U.S. dollar liquidity to impact crypto markets. Another factor could be contributing to Hayes' apprehension is the tightness of the U.S. dollar liquidity around the estimated halving date. He believes that the scarcity of the liquidity will fuel a sell-off of crypto assets. As a result, Hayes decided to abstain from trading until May. I'm right there with him, man. I have not touched. I've sat on my hands all year so far, just kind of acquiring more and accumulating as we go up. But yeah, I'm sitting. I'm not selling nothing. No, I have a lot of altcoins to sell off into Bitcoin eventually, but we're way too early for that. We haven't even seen an altcoin rally yet, a significant altcoin rally yet. As some of these altcoins are going to end up having ETFs here soon. Within a few years, anyway. So Hayes explained that the anticipated reduction in the pace of QT is favorable for dollar liquidity as the decline in the Fed's balance sheet slows. He sees March 1st or May 1st as a turning point, marking the end. I mean, I don't know. I mean, in May, that was when we were supposed to be some of the earlier dates for our rate cuts, which now it doesn't seem like we're going to have as many or any. We'll see. So Arthur Hayes predicts that the Bitcoin price will plummet before and after the halving. U.S. dollar liquidity will be tighter. That's all redundant information we just read. The Bitcoin block reward for the forecast in April 20. Okay, so the opposite usually occurs. That's why, yeah, I think we just read that. So other crypto veterans remain optimistic despite billionaire Arthur Hayes' cautious views. Other interesting executives such as Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse remain optimistic. Garlinghouse predicts that the total market value for the cryptocurrencies will double this year. We covered that yesterday, and how that where we would be at if it doubled. Where would we be? Boom. We would be literally above everything except maybe Microsoft. Yeah. If we were to double this year. That's huge! We'd be the second largest market cap of any asset on the planet. On the planet. In freaking 15 years? Are you kidding me? This is the most bullish thing you could even speak of. And that alone would bring in so much market adoption, so much mass adoption, so much liquidity, right? I mean, at that point, everyone would be borrowing against everything to get in, and we cover it every single day. How more and more companies are taking the MicroStrategy, Bitcoin strategy, and taking loans, very low interest rate loans, and just loading up on all the Bitcoin. I mean, it's crazy. Another company out of Japan we covered yesterday is doing that. We had a gaming company out of China doing that. We've got Coinbase essentially doing that. It's insane. It's freaking insane. Can't stop it. Can't stop it. Everyone's doing the strategy. I adopted that strategy as well back in 2022. I decided in 2021 that was going to be the only way to really get a foot in this market, was to, in Sailor's eyes, what he said, if you love something so much you don't want to lose the thing you love, refinance it and put the liquidity, your equity of whatever said asset into Bitcoin, and it'll appreciate over time, and you'll never lose this said favorite thing or thing you love. Like his business. That was him describing his business. That was his strategy. That was his plan. He came up with at the end of 2020. And of course, he lives on as a legend forever. And I hopefully my friends and family will see that as well. I'd like to be a messiah in their eyes as well as, and that's pretty vain. I'm not that kind of person. I'm usually pretty humble, but you know, the Michael Saylor Bitcoin strategy is the best strategy. It is the winning strategy. You have the apex asset. Anywho, so yeah, that's what's being underlined in that article. Of course, Arthur Hayes. And so that was Brad Garlinghouse's take on it. He predicts the total market value to double. He believes, and that's just this year. That's just this year. Oh my God. And again, we do not need to double in market cap for price action to double. There's a multiplier effect that will take into effect, called the doubling effect, that will happen regardless of our total market cap. So if Bitcoin goes double in market cap like Brad Garlinghouse predicts, we wouldn't be sitting at a $150,000 Bitcoin. It would be much higher, maybe 200K. So, and that's just the multiplier effect. So he believes that the introduction of the real institutional money through the ETFs is a significant factor contributing to this positive outlook. It's kind of weird too, because Arthur Hayes always goes back and forth, and I said this before in his previous predictions. He was talking about $1 million Bitcoin a few weeks ago, and now he's saying that we're going to fall. And he was talking about $1 million. We weren't bullish enough, right? We didn't have a bright enough imagination. He said something like that. And so, yeah, so I think Arthur Hayes is, again, he's just so back and forth, man. He's always been like that, very finicky, very flaky. So yeah, and then we have a Matteo, Greco Matteo, research analyst at the digital asset firm Finikia. I'm butchering these. International expects Bitcoin to reach 75,000 by the halving event. That was my prediction. Once we hit the we had the ETFs launch and we saw this crazy price action, my prediction was we're gonna hit 75,000 by the halving. I was like, this is happening. I mean, we're coming up on it. We got 9 days, man. 9 days. Remember, 9 days. That's crazy. We're right there. We're right knocking on that door. So if these guys are bullish, again, Arthur Hayes was very bullish. Now he's flipping. He's flipping on us, man. Come on. I see it. You got to sell on news event. I mean, it'll happen. We are going to get a sell-off. How big, though? We'll see. It'd be nice to pick up some biddies at 50K again. I'm not going to lie. Do I think we'll really hit that again? Unlikely. Not with the ETFs holding this up, with institutional holdings and assets under management with retirements and everything. You can't fade that, man. Our 401ks are already in Bitcoin now. You can't fade that. Anywho, we're moving on. So that puts us at the Bitcoin on the exchanges. How much are left on the exchanges? Have we come down? It looks like we came back up a little bit. On all exchanges right now, we are sitting at a 1.79, almost 1.8 million again, which is still pretty low. But if we're the one thing I'm looking at, of course, is the ETFs. The ETFs. So Coinbase settles 9 out of 12 of the ETFs, right, in the United States. Those are the biggest ETFs, the biggest holdings of Bitcoin. And right now, yeah, we're still at 294,000, and that's with the last 2 or 3 large outflows of the Grayscale ETFs. So that is where we're at, and let's see where Grayscale's at. They breaking 300K yet? Nah, we're still at 316,000 Bitcoin on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Man, BlackRock is gonna get to 300K soon, man. they were right around the corner. They're getting an I think an average accumulation of what, 5,000 a day lately. Let's see what they've been pulling in. 1, 300, 5,000, 2,000, 2,600. Yeah, I'd say lately they've been pulling a lot lower, about on average 2,000. Here in the last few weeks. Man, they were getting some crazy numbers before though. 10K, we were sitting at like 10K, 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, there's no way we can ever keep up that demand. Anywho, that's pretty crazy. I don't expect that to ever slow down. I don't. Not with all the countries getting in their ETFs like Hong Kong, South Korea, Brazil. They just launched their ETFs as well. SPY Bitcoin ETFs a couple months ago. Yeah. So then we've got. What do we got next? Ooh. Well, speaking of ETFs. 19.4 million in outflows as the great I always call it great Bitcoin, the great Grayscale Bitcoin ETF holdings decline, right? The outflows are tremendous, man. This is insane, freaking insane. About how much they're about half down since the ETFs launched back in January. It's freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy, man. It's just because they've never moved their interest, their fees. They're still the highest fees in the entire market for these ETFs. They still haven't budged. I don't know if there's a legal reason why they can or cannot do that, or they're just being greedy. I'm pretty sure it's just greed. Really, I mean, why move it? Why adjust it when they just keep making all these fees? The amount assets under management have been dwindling though, so it's not great long term. So yeah, April 8th as of yesterday, 5 Bitcoin ETFs saw its essential 220 million in outflows. That's so crazy, man. On April 9th. That's today. Yesterday. That's yesterday. Withdrawals continued, amounting to 19.4 million. Grayscale Bitcoin encountered further outflows on Tuesday, whereas BlackRock's IBIT and Fidelity's ETF observed capital inflows. Specifically, BlackRock's ETF, which had 264,000 Bitcoin on Tuesday, reported holdings of 266,000 the following day. So they acquired about 2,000. We're always a day behind on the BlackRock ETFs, which really sucks. Every time I look at the Bitcoin treasuries. So from the day's market activities, the Fidelity holdings increased slightly from 150 to what was that, like 100 Bitcoin? That's hardly anything. 43. Meanwhile, yeah. We're just making numbers here, man. We're just naming out numbers. Really? That was a nothing article. Thank you, Bitcoin.com, for that nothing article. Jesus. Yeah, let's check Bitcoin real quick, then we'll dive a little bit more into the recent news on the Hong Kong ETFs, because it's very important. Looks like we're slumping, but we are putting in new or higher low. So if we can keep that trend going and keep going, man, making our leg up. That would put us up to 71.5, or somewhere around that area. Will it go? We can check the grayscale. We can check the book map. There's a liquidity there. Yeah, it looks like we're coming back up. We're buying in. We got 20 minutes until Japan starts really moving in about 20 minutes. So they could be buying in. Crypto's really rallying right now in Japan. As we have been seeing Jasmine. Take a minute for Jasmine. Take a minute for Jasmine. Just take in the bullish sentiment that is Jasmine. As we've gotten tons of bullish news the last 2 weeks. Of course, with their partnership with Panasonic, partnership with, of course, their partner Sony, testing the new yen-backed stablecoins. Ooh, so juicy right now in Japan. I'm so bullish. And of course, yours truly, the first crypto asset ever regulated in Japan. Jasmine. Taking the spotlight this evening. Look at this. It's crazy. We still got a ways to go to get back up to our year-to-date high, which was 275. Almost 3 pennies, man. We'll get there. We're gonna squash 5 soon, man. They got too much bullish sentiment in Japan right now for crypto assets. Man, I can't wait for that stablecoin. That stablecoin in Japan is going to change everything in crypto in Japan. Everything. I mean, and I guess it's just on testnet right now, so we shall see. All right, let's get back into the news as we start to pump. Ooh, yeah, we're starting to break out. Ooh, look at that heat map go. All right, we'll take a break real quick. You can't be watching this forever. Man, Hong Kong. Yes, I'm very bullish on this. Very bullish. This is gonna change the freaking world, man. And people are talking about money from mainland making its way into Hong Kong just to buy ETFs and crypto assets any way they can legally. And so, spot Bitcoin ETFs could be a big deal. Of course, it is a big deal, man. It's huge. Talking about the world's second largest economy getting access to crypto in a big way. So heightened anticipation for spot Bitcoin ETFs in the U.S. and eventual inflow supercharged Bitcoin's bull run. That's why we have all-time highs right now, Rand. They can't fade that. What do you think is going to happen when Hong Kong gets that approved? Shit. Holy crap, man. It's going to be crazy. And again, nothing's bigger than U.S., Hong Kong, China, right? China. Hong Kong's not China. Don't ever, don't confuse the two. But still, this is how China's going to get access to the Bitcoin ETFs and Bitcoin in general in a big way. And then Japan. Those are the three, our three biggest economic fronts, right? And we just talked about Jasmine and, yen-backed stablecoin. What about Hong Kong stablecoin? Chinese stablecoin. It's all coming. BRICS Nation's already, we were talking about that a few days ago. BRICS Nation getting into blockchain. It's all coming, man. It's all coming. So, Hong Kong regulators reportedly they are inching closer ever to approving a similar fund, as well news that thus far has been mostly unnoticed in the crypto circles. Why are we fading this? Why? God, man. Why?
What are you, stupid?
Don't fade this. No one's talking about it. Not enough people are talking about it, man. Thanks, Oscar. These vehicles, however, could open the floodgates for Chinese investors looking for a new haven next to gold overseas, real estate, and stocks in which to store their wealth. They will be a big deal, says Noel Anchison, macro analyst, author of Crypto in Macro Now newsletter, said in an email interview with CoinDesk. It's not just for the access to hedge funds and family offices based in the region. It is also because it can gives to the mainland investors. This is what I'm talking about. It's going to give access to mainland frickin' China, man. This is their avenue. It's gonna be crazy. Chinese investors are reluctant to invest in domestic real estate and stocks given the well-documented troubles in the country's housing market. That's right. That's right, man. What was it? It's not BlackRock. The big crash last year. Huge housing crash in the markets. A huge housing market crash in China. Oh, what the hell? I forget the name of it. I have it in my crypto journal, but it's fleeing me right now. But yeah, their largest asset manager of real estate. They were buying the American real estate, and they fell through. Why can't I'm fading that right now? It's gonna come to me eventually. So the well-documented troubles of the documents that the country's had, yes, in the housing market, construction sector, and equities. That in turn has spurred interest in alternate assets like gold and Bitcoin. Anderson explains, notably trading with a gold-linked ETF in China was halted earlier in the week after its price premium reached 30% as investors piled into the asset. That's crazy. I wonder that's probably who pumped gold. That's probably who did it right there. Because, we saw gold was up $40 or whatever. Peter Schiff was like doing a victory lap, and I'm like, you're up $40? Are you kidding me? Bitcoin's up 70,450 right now. We're up, $2 or $3 grand today? We're up 5% in a day? You're worried about a 1 or 2% pump? Crazy. We're up 50% on the year, or 100%, I'm sorry, 100% on the year. We started this year on a $35,000 Bitcoin, $40,000 Bitcoin, somewhere in that range. We're up 100% this year. And so in a similar fashion, there could be a significant flow of funds into Bitcoin. Said the analyst that the investment case for the largest cryptocurrency will become even more prevalent if concerns about further devaluation of the yuan ramp up. Don't fade this, man. This is the biggest freaking news. So these ETFs are going to be insane for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particularly. Chinese authorities most likely realize the significant portion of their citizens will be diversifying into hard assets, which, whether approved or not, mainland going to Hong Kong to purchase these ETFs, would probably prefer that they would be in assets not related to the U.S. economy. Who the hell wants to buy our dollar right now? I don't know who the hell is buying our treasuries. We just covered that the U.S. dollar right now, the dollar DXY is up to 105. What?
What are you, stupid?
Jesus. Who's buying this crap? But it doesn't matter because Bitcoin's decoupled. We used to dump when the dollar would go up, and now we're pumping because we don't care. We don't care. We know. We see what's coming ahead. We know what this asset is going to do to our lives. Life-changing wealth, man. Bank the unbanked. freedom, financial freedom. Anyway, Singapore Bank based analytics firm 10x Research said that ETFs could raise the probability of a Chinese retail buying frenzy similar to the 2013 bull market. Really? Damn. I was not in Bitcoin back then. I don't know what. I'm sure that was crazy time. Bitcoin's popularity exploded in the country that year, driving the price up to $1,000 from only $10 in January. Okay, that was the big first rally. We got 10 to 1,000. The rally didn't end until China's government banned financial institutions from trading the asset in December. And we all know why that happened, right? We all know why they did that. Because they were afraid. They had to get that CBDC out first. The Chinese backed, centralized banking currencies, right? CBDC. So 70% of Chinese own property, and as the market recently repriced lower together in the stock market, there are not many alternatives. Bitcoin is the one. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it just kind of goes on and on about being a catalyst. I mean, this to me, I've been watching this very closely every single day. This is put out 2 hours ago too. This is up to date, which is great. They're still looking at this quarter, second quarter two, right? Quarter two of this year, China's getting a big ETF for Hong Kong. Hong Kong's going to get it, and it's going to share the wealth, man. It's going to share the wealth. All right, let's check Bitcoin real quick. What is Bitcoin doing? Looks like we're trying to break out. Let's get back on the 15-minute. And we're coming down, and we're gonna see if we're gonna pop up again or not. Let's check the heat map real quick. Yeah, look at that. Getting some. Oh no, dang it, it's paused. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of volume. It's not too much yet. Japan is. I think they're getting into about 10 a.m. I mean, yeah, 10 a.m. right now. It's about 10, 12 till 10. So they just opened. They're starting to. Looks like they're trying to buy up some. But I predict we're pretty high right now. They're probably going to sell off a bit. That'd be my guess. It's coming on a little too fast in the early morning for them. We'll probably sell off a little bit, and then into about the afternoon, we'll see if we get a lot of buy action. So for that time period in Japan, it'll be roughly 10:30, 11 o'clock p.m. in Eastern Standard Time here in the States. So that'd be an interesting time to look at. Is of course 11 or 12 in the morning. 12 in the morning. So, let's get back into the news. There's a ton of stuff to cover, man. I haven't even got into all of it yet. The Hong Kong ETFs and everything else. Oh, man. I think this is pretty much a similar article that was put out a couple hours ago as well. I just wanted to kind of skim through it and see if there's anything else that we didn't see, because it's really important. And that's pretty much the same thing. Other analysts, though. Boshi Fund and Value Partners Financial. Oh, interesting. Approved only 4 spot Bitcoin ETFs in the first batch. Oh, interesting. Look at this. The report cites multiple sources close to the Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission, stating that the Hong Kong regulator initially planned to approve only 4 Bitcoin ETFs in the first batch. So it looks like they're making good progress, and they're looking to do more than just the initial 4. That's bullish. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh yeah, that's bullish. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man. Yeah, come on, China. You guys got this, man. All right. And again, don't forget, these ETFs, man, have been the best performing ETFs on record in U.S. history. Right? It's gonna do the same thing for all these other nations. Anywho, Max Payne, right? Wait, Arthur Hayes. This is probably Arthur Hayes talking about that. Max Payne. This is actually another analyst. There's a few people out there saying we're going to get Max Payne around the halving. We'll see, man. I still think Arthur Hayes flips too much. This was interesting. I saw this. Bitcoin spot volume rivaled 2021 bull market in March. Just in March of this year. The whole bull market, I mean, I wanted to break this down. examining the trading activity, spot Bitcoin ETFs volumes and stuff peaked at 14.1 billion in March, similar to the level seen at the height of the 2020 and 2021 bull market. That is freaking insane. That's insane. We haven't even started the cycle yet, and we're already in the highest trading volumes and activity in the month before the halving. This is insane. Insane. I don't think we need to read this whole article. I thought that was a really interesting metric to cover because we haven't seen shit yet, man. We haven't seen anything yet. I wish we can go back in time and get some more some biddies now, right? Nope. All right, let's check out Bitcoin real quick. As it is getting closer and closer. Yep, we're touching that. We're putting another green candle, hopefully, on the 15-minute. As we just touched that line. Again, everyone's looking at this as psychological. Psychological. Oh boy. Are we seeing anything on the heat map? Let's see what's going on the heat map. Boom. Yeah, there's some volume coming in. We got some volume coming in. Don't really see too much going on here though on the 15-minute. It's not looking good on the 15-minute. On the shorter time frames it is, so it might be coming in. Might be coming in. Come on. Freezing now? What the heck? Yeah, I mean that's still little baby volume. Little baby volume. What else is going on though? We haven't looked at Ethereum today. Solana. Ethereum is getting a little bit of a pump back up. Solana is as well. Man, Solana sold off quite a bit, man. This is a good time to buy if you're not in Solana yet. A good time to pick up some Solana. Not financial advice, but Fire Dancer's coming. Yeah, I think we got a month or two until Fire Dancer launches. That's going to be a huge update for Solana. It's going to hopefully resolve a lot of the issues we're having with the network. I'm telling you, man, a lot of this stuff, we really have to be testing these networks. We have to be incentivizing hackers to get involved and just take a bite at this, man. To have some DDoS attacks on some of these larger network or smaller networks, these newer chains. Because we need to get this, we need to find the problems before things really get taken off. This is XRP. XRP looks like it's coming up a little bit as well. Really not doing anything. It's pretty much been going sideways now for how long now? Damn. Too damn long. You go on the 1 hour, it's pretty much been in this channel forever. God. Avalanche sitting at $46.90. Nothing quite going on here. We got a lot of stuff going on this chain. I'm so bullish for Avalanche and Solana. So many great games coming out on those blockchains. I'm super pumped about gaming. We also got some more gaming coverage too. We got SUED. You guys heard this yet? SUED has confirmed Playtron gaming handheld is aimed squarely at crypto bros. Oh my God, really? Crypto bros, really? It's going to be a primarily gaming platform. I'm sure they're going to go the Solana route on this and do some airdrops and that sort of thing on this platform. So get your pre-orders in because you're probably going to get some S coins for free on this. That might pump to the moon like Bonk did on the Solana phone. So the SUED Play 0x1 is a theoretical Playtron powered Web3 gaming device. Handheld. Last month I told you how a new startup is trying to build an Android of PC gaming by picking up where the Steam Deck left off. The Steam Deck was nice. I have a Steam Deck here in the studio. And it pretty much resembles that, really. That's pretty much exactly that. It's no different than like the Republic of Gaming one that Asus put out, right? I forget the name of it. There's a bunch of them, man. I remember the Gizmodo thing that came out a long time ago too. They all pretty much have the same form factor. The Switch, right? The Switch. But yeah, SUED Play 0x1. Today we're getting the first announcement of the first Playtron powered handheld, the SUED Play. But it's probably not the proof we need, says on gaming on Linux. The first handheld to use Playtron OS is some Web3 thing. Really? Yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool that came out today. Oh, there's a video. I didn't see the... I don't think I've seen this video. Oh, well, cool. We're in for a treat. Some Web3 gaming. Yeah, it's pretty much a basic rendering, really. Huh. Yeah, I say they're pretty early in this stage. I mean, unless they have a physical device, other than like just a concept model. Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. And right now, it's a handful of concept render. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel about it. A whole bunch of concept renderings around the idea of gamers might want a handheld and game store that crypto technically ties some games to. I could definitely see it. All they have to do, like I said, all they have to do is partner up with some sort of S-coin, some sort of bonk-like token, and they got pretty much a massive sellout, just like the Solana phone. That's what's happening. This is what I see. You heard it here first. I'm sure everyone's pretty much assuming the same thing. And the blockchain, that way you can buy your own games on the blockchain. This tends also promising crypto incentives and rewards when you buy and play. Yep. So it'd be really cool, actually, if they did do something like the old achievement system, and then wrapped it into some kind of coin, so you actually got a monetary value back if you earned achievements on certain handheld games or mobile games or whatever. That would be kind of cool. I could see this. I mean, NFTs exactly, specifically NFTs, tokenized assets, anything like this for gaming is going to be insane. Insane for adoption. These people are not going to know. This is where when you know crypto is really going to take off. When people don't even know that there's crypto in all of their tech, right? All their media. This is what's coming. I mean, eventually you're going to have your purchases as a token on Amazon.com, right? Of the movies and stuff you buy. I mean, that gives you ownership. I mean, you can even trade and sell depending on the ecosystem. But according to interviews with Decrypt, VentureBeat, and SUED Play will natively integrate SUED into its Playtron OS. And SUED, I have a little bag of SUED. It's not a huge bag by any means, but I'm bullish on SUED. I think SUED and SEI are definitely underlooked tokens right now, but they're still relatively new. If good SUED enabled Web3 games don't materialize, well, the Playtron OS has access to Steam and the Epic Game Stores too. Okay, well, let's go. And a $500 price tag is competitive proofs of it. Yeah, it's not a bad price point, honestly. That's kind of where the Steam Deck is, I think, right now too. Yeah, so it looks like the CEO kits are just out. They're just kind of like advertising a little bit early. It's going to be in stores 2025. Interesting. Oh, it has a cool light bar underneath. That's awesome. Look at that. That's cool. And they're got a couple color schemes. Ooh, purple. Come on, you got to get an orange out there, SUED, for our Bitcoiners out there. And of course, a beautiful red for me. I don't know. As I have pretty much every device I own in red. Yeah, definitely got to get a red handheld. Come on, SUED. Maybe SEI will put out a competing product. Their blockchain logo is in red. Anywho, I thought that was really cool. We're getting blockchain gaming. We're getting the move on. All right, let's take a look and see where Bitcoin's at real quick before we go into the next article. There's so much news to cover. We cannot cover all of it in a single freaking day. All right, Bitcoin is breaking out. Look at this. We're hitting 70,500, man. We are bouncing. We're bouncing right off that line. Let's get back in the 15 minutes, see where we're headed. As long as we keep continuing up, we can see some fun price action tonight. We really need a big God candle, man. I've been waiting all year for a God candle. I just don't think we're going to get that kind of volume anymore. Like, it takes a lot more to move Bitcoin up now that the ETFs are basically holding us on this shelf, on this staircase pattern. It looks like we're gobbling up that Yeah, this is basically just a short staircase pattern in its own self too. At some point, this is going to break down eventually. Unless some whale wants to buy in right now. Oh, jeez. All right, let's just get back in the news. There's so much stuff to cover. VanEck CEO says Ethereum ETFs likely be rejected by the U.S. regulators this year. That sucks. This sucks. Everyone was very bullish on this. But again, we still have the most bullish momentum for these ETFs. Because BlackRock has an application, right? And they've only been denied once or twice out of, what, 700 applications? Yeah. I don't think this is going to stop. So, that's my 2 cents. But here's their words, not mine. We were the first to file as well for the Ethereum in the US, VanEck what it says, and we and ARK Invest, Kathy Wood, Bitcoin goddess, are kind of the first in line for May. I guess to probably be rejected, he says. The way the legal process goes in the regulators will give you the comments on the application, and that happened for weeks and weeks before the Bitcoin ETFs. And right now, and I've heard a lot of talks about this. They're getting no feedback. And it might, honestly, it might just be that Gary knows he's on his way out, and he's got the rest of the year to basically sit around and do nothing. That's kind of what's going on anyway. It's not very bipartisan right now in crypto. So the SEC approved the Bitcoin ETFs in January after years of rejecting them. Years. Following a court order to reconsider the applications, the ETFs grant traders exposure to an asset without them having to actually purchase it. In March, the regulatory agency announced that it needed more time to consider the possibility of the ETFs on Ethereum and would be delaying the decision by 60 days until May. However, some crypto firms, such as the US-based crypto exchange Coinbase and blockchain software provider CoinSensus, are urging the SEC to approve the ETF's launch for the ETH ETF, saying that the Ethereum cybersecurity and resilience to fraud is even greater than that of Bitcoin's. I don't know about that, man. Bitcoin's the most secure asset network on the planet. The most secure network on the planet. Really? You're really saying the SEC to approve that, saying that the Ethereum cybersecurity and resilience to fraud is even greater than Bitcoin? I just don't see it, man. We don't even know how many Ethereum does. Vitalik still doesn't know how many Ethereum tokens are out there, right? We're still stuck at infinity, and they don't know exactly how many are even out there. I don't know about that. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to the Daily Huddle. Yeah. Yeah. So let's check Bitcoin real quick. And that might be all for the news I got to cover today. There's so much, man. There's so much. It is 9 p.m. and Bitcoin is bouncing. Look at this. We're starting to get a little bit of a bounce. Can it hold up? Volume's still a little low. I don't know. We are kind of producing a little bit of a cup and handle. It looks kind of like a reverse Adam and Eve, right? See if I can pull up some patterns to be recognized. Some trading patterns. Yeah, this kind of, to me, this looks like a reverse Adam and Eve. It kind of does. It really depends if we start to yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get some positive net inflows right now in Japan, and that'll push the momentum into China and Germany in the following hours. We'll see. Only time will tell. But either way, it's very bullish for Bitcoin to be pumping when the DXY is up to 105 right now. That's very bullish. Everyone's got to go to flight to safety. Alrighty, I'm just gonna cover a couple more things on X. Look at the the reactions right now in the market. I thought this was funny. The Bitcoin this week: 69,000, 70,000, 71,000, 69,000. Oh, this cute baby, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Oh my god, UNISWAP Foundation October sold $43 million of their Uni tokens. Can you say that they knew what was coming? Hey, Matt Hernandez, how's it going, man? How's it going? He says, what do I convert my Uniswap to? BTH? Ooh, I don't know about BTH, man. I cannot tell you what to do with your tokens, my guy. I cannot tell you, but I mean, it really depends on your situation. I mean, there's so many scenarios, really. You could have, yeah, this is this Uniswap there on the against the SEC. I mean, you could be having a really large holding. You'd be sitting over a year. Maybe you won't be hit by so much taxes if you wanted to, you know, kind of take some profits off the table. I don't know your situation, man. What do I recommend? Non-financial advice. My non-financial advice is to basically hold Bitcoin. Sit on your hands and hold Bitcoin. That's my non-financial advice. You know, just because of where we are right now in the market, it's kind of hard to recommend. But if you know, it never hurts to take some profits. No one ever got hurt taking profits, right? No one ever went broke taking profits. So if you're up in a big way, that could be your option. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, man. But yeah, Uniswap is crazy. It's up. It's coming. I think it dropped like 7% earlier. I don't know where it's at sitting right now. I don't have a huge holding of any you know, crypto exchange tokens. But I've always looked at Uniswap with respect in the markets. I mean, it's the largest decentralized exchange, if I'm certain. Let's see CoinMarketCap right now. Let's see where Uniswap's at. Uni. It's down 13% now. Yeah, I remember I was driving home today. It was at 7, down 7. It's fallen. It's fallen. Oh man, it's fallen. A lot of this too could be a good buying opportunity. I mean, this kind of reminds me of back in the XRP days. Every time we get a win, and then boom. Yeah, Matt says he wants to hold Uni. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of benefits to holding Uni. Don't they give out a kind of a dividend, right? Don't they give out a reward to holders? Kind of like, not a staking reward, but they give out, I think they give back some of their fees to their communities, right? I think that's what Uni does, which is not a bad thing to hold. And MXC was doing a similar thing, right? Or you get some of your yield from holding MXC's token. I think it was MX, whatever that token was back then. It's still there, live now. And there's a lot of good government, exchange tokens. I just don't hold any. I really don't, because you never know what's going to happen, man. You never know what's going to happen. And we never thought the FTX was going to go down, right? That was the biggest U.S. exchange other than Coinbase, right? And now it's just a relic. Like, now I got these fun little collectible fortune cookie fortunes to hold on to and talk about over the years. Yeah, I can't tell you what to do with your money, mans. But yeah, Bitcoin looks like it wants to break out, man. Looks like it wants to continue up. You know what? Actually, a lot of people might be doing that. It might be taking a lot of money out off the table on Unity right now and just throwing it into Bitcoin. I would imagine that's probably what's happening right now. Either that or Tether probably got a big spike today. Let's see. See if people are throwing their money into Tether. And that's the thing, you can just look at the market and see what's happening, what people are doing in this time of need. So everyone needs to get their money off of Uni, apparently. That's the overall consensus, right? Matt Hernandez says, "What do you think about ICP?" I like ICP. I have a bag of ICP. I like ICP. I also like Immutable, IMX, but Internet Computer, that's a good hold. He says I got most of my portfolio in ICP. I'd say that's you definitely have. It's more risky play, right? More risky play, but definitely more potential for upside. Holy crap, yeah. I mean, I don't recommend anyone to hold Bitcoin if they want to get rich. Just hold Bitcoin if you want to maintain your wealth. It's definitely the flight to safety. There's a lot of plays, right? And a lot of tokens already pumped their big first pump, right? Like Solana. Solana went from $10 or $20 this year to friggin' was like $100 right around Christmas, and then now $200 in the last couple months. So I think Solana's had a good run up. It might still run 500. If you're looking at blue chips, there's still some money to be made in blue chips. I think Avalanche has a long way to pump. It might get to 500 if Solana gets to 1,000. Maybe not this cycle though. I don't know. That's pretty high. Chainlink. I think Chainlink has a lot of upside too as a blue chip. Polygon. Oh man, Polygon hasn't even started yet, and we just talked about how Polygon is going to be used. I think they're using Polygon for the stablecoin in Japan. I think they're using a token on the Polygon network called Settle Mint, I believe is correct. Near protocols also has huge upside still and potential. There's ICP. There's your blue chip right there. It's a good one. Then Uni's not too far down below it actually. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, stacks will go up with Bitcoin. That's a good hold. Arbitrum, that's still undervalued in my opinion. BitTensor, my God, it's already up to $576. Yeah, I mean, Render still has a long way to go, especially with AI this year, next year. There's Injective there, Graph. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of plays. It really depends on what your bag looks like, right? Or your portfolio. If you have enough exposure, if you're well diverse, if you're playing all on red. My God, you never know. You never know what people are risking, right? What they're willing to lose. Everyone's got a different game in mind. Holy crap, we are still continuing to pump. We're at 70,650 right now. Yeah, I mean, we really just got to get over 71,100 and then try to break out a 71.2. That's all we're really looking at right now. If we can get up that high, if we can get out a 71.5, and we're looking at maybe putting out new all-time highs. It could happen. It could happen by Friday. Boom, we're gonna knock Bitcoin Chan out if we do that. Damn. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we are about 15 minutes in after 9. Looks like Japan really wants to get the game started, man. They want to get the party started. Let's go. Let's see what the higher time frames look like. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. Looks bullish. Well, if that I didn't see that red candle there forming on the 4 hour. Looking pretty good on the 1 hour. Looking pretty bullish on the 1 hour. So yeah, I mean, low time frames look good. It's the 4 hour I'd be watching. Oh, it's printing green now too. Oh no, it's a pretty good night tonight, man. Yeah, it's a pretty good night. Hopefully this pump will last, man. It's been a while since we had a good pump. Let's go back to the 15. 15 minutes my favorite. My fave. It's Bitcoin Chan's favorite too. Oh my God, Mondo Cat, you made it! Welcome, welcome, my #1 fan. I'm your #1 fan too, Mondo. I gotta get your brain though. Buy Bitcoin, Mondo says. Buy Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pumping a little too hard to be buying Bitcoin right now. But yes, long term, yes, hold Bitcoin. Maintain your wealth, your financial freedom in this crazy world we live in. The dystopian future. where Bitcoin is the only way to maintain your wealth and guarantee your financial sovereignty. Non-sovereignty, I guess. Oh, man. Financial fetal, fight the power, FTP! That could mean a bunch of things, though, right? Oh, man. Let's see. Bitcoin. Where are you, Bitcoin? Boom. They're still bouncing. We're still bouncing off that line, man. You're tracking that. Everyone's looking at this psychological flag. Look at this. Man, we just gotta get over that hump, though, man. Damn. Gotta get over that. Can we do it? Hi, Jasmine Mondo says, yes, I was just talking about Jasmine. I'm super bullish. In Japan right now, oh my God. They're open, they're selling off a little bit. We are pretty overbought right now with Jasmine. So, but it looks like we stopped the pain there. We'll see if we get a buy-in. Japan right now is inching closer to their high volume times, period being around 12 p.m. in Japan. I think we're about an hour away from that. Japan time. We're still 2 hours away from it. 10:17 in Japan right now. So we got a little bit of time till Japan starts. They're already open to the day. So just like the American markets, any large market is going to have a sell off early in the morning. Typically we do the inverse of what the other large market did. Japan, man, China's been buying a lot of our dip, man. I'm jealous. I keep saying this every day. I'm super jealous of China buying our dip. Good for them. Doing the right thing. Looks like Japan wants to get a little bit of that in action too, and Jasmine and Bitcoin. Man, if we can just keep that candle green, man, just keep it going. Yellow. Come on, let's take a look at Bookmap real quick. See where the volatility is playing. Whose favor, the Bulls or the Bears? Oh wow, we're right down the center right now. Right down the freaking center. The Bulls and the Bears, yeah! They're fighting, man. Not a clear winner yet. Looks like we might see a breakup. Yeah, we are starting to eat that red candle on the 15-minute. Ooh, 5-minute looks amazing. Wow. Short time frames look great right now. We're starting to form another cup up. Yeah, that looks even more bullish than before. Cool. Things are happening. Oh, Mondo, are you gonna participate tomorrow, perhaps? Oh, can I get my my updated interview? Oh my God, that last interview you did, you sounded amazing in that last interview, but I sounded horrible. It was baby days, man. I think it was like the 8th or 10th. It was like not even the 10th stream. It was like really early days in the channel. Ooh, we're getting a push up again. Boom. Look at that. We're getting a push up. We're getting some volume coming in now. We are probably getting closer to testing 70,700. Yep, looks like people are buying in right now at 70,700 on the exchanges. Ooh, this could be a fun night. I might not get any sleep. I might have to go downstairs and grab a drink or two, man. Holy crap. Knock those bears down, man. Kick those bears down. Damn. Just keep printing green on the 5-minute. It's been a while since I watched the 1 minute. That's always fun, right? Oh God. Start to see the candles really move. More entertaining. Oh God. We look at that. We already blew through 70,700. Yeah. Oh yeah.
The
What do you
point
gotta say
is,
about that, Michael Saylor?
if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura. Forever.
Right.
Forever. It's going up forever. Yeah, we just see that bull just climbing, man. That bull's got the rocket boots on, man. Shit. We're going. We're going. We are going. Damn. Let's see if I got some more clips of Michael Seller to play tonight. It's been a while since we played, so... Oh, I gotta get this stuff. I got on my Stream Deck, man. Oh my god, I gotta load this Stream Deck up. I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. I keep filling it up. Come on, come on, let's break out, let's break out. Let's go to like 72. Let's just blow right through 71. Yeah, we got some higher volumes in the 1 minute. It's still nothing though yet. We're starting to wake up in Japan. They have to be afraid right now. Their country just officially went into recession and then out of recession in the last month. So they have to be worried. They have to be buying some. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. We're starting to break out. Come on. We just got to get above 70,800. Yeah, this is coming up quick. 70,800. Come on. We're getting... we're getting some capitulation at 70,700 right now. Let's look back and see. I'll go back a little further. See where our biggest points are. Yep, it's right here. This is pretty much the most resistance. We are on the path of the most resistance right now. We got to break out of this. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But yeah, if we can, I mean, honestly, if we can get through those tops right there. Damn. We got a little bit higher to prove, man. We got a little bit higher to go. Come on. Bitcoin Chan looks super happy tonight. Come on, do it for her. God, come on, Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bookmap again. Oh yeah, we're still printing green. Look at that. Look at that go. Those bulls, look at those bulls just bashing those bears down. People getting liquidated, man. I love when people get liquidated out. I mean, it sucks. I'm sorry if you're if you're trading Bitcoin, man. I only got one thing to say to you. God.
What are you, stupid?
It's pretty easy. Just hold, just hold. Don't be greedy, just be humble. Stack sats. Yeah, looks like we're getting a little bit of a dip here. Come on, come on. But yeah, we shot up pretty quick. Pretty quick. Right away. I mean, we could probably consolidate back down here, and then we're looking at, yeah, another breakout around 10 o'clock. If we consolidate down, yeah, it looks like that's what's gonna happen. Oh man, I wanted another big candle, man. Well, I can't stay here watching the loading screen all night, but at least the bears are making a push, a big push. We're fighting those the bulls. Did I say bears? The bulls are making a big push. Those bears hopefully will be left dead tonight. Yeah, as the dollar is high and we are fighting off inflation, right? Inflation. So I'm probably gonna call it a night. It was fun as always. Keep stacking sats. Be humble. Mondo says buy ETH. Buy ETH. I don't know about that. Oh my god. I got reasons to buy ETH and not to buy ETH. Yeah, no, not too bullish on ETH anymore. I got a bag, but I'm not flaunting it. I'm not shilling it. Anyway, yeah, we're probably gonna consolidate back. Here's my guess. This is what I'm assuming before we leave. I think we're gonna hit this, come back up, test again, hit this again, and try to come back up, and boom. Oh my god. We're gonna do something like that probably. More than likely. Flip a coin. Are we gonna do that? Yep. It's tails. We're not breaking out tonight. Yeah, it's coming down. All right, well, on that note, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, remember, right now is the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing you can do right now, well, the easiest thing you can do, is to do nothing. But it's also the hardest thing to do in hindsight, right? It is the easiest thing to do, but then the hardest to do right now. So, be safe. Be smart. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything rash. Bitcoin's going up. It only takes time. Everyone who's held Bitcoin over time has reaped the rewards. So, have a great night. This is, of course, the Crypto Otaku signing off. Please like, subscribe, do all the things down below. I will catch you tomorrow. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Bye, Bitcoin. Adios, muchacho. Boom. Oh my God.